Good morning. Beautiful day for a run. Hopefully you're enjoying the Olympics. Just watched the women's marathon swim. All the sports are pretty amazing and joyful. Watching people get the most out of their body at doing a specific sport. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, the marathon swim in specific, that's tough. They're in a Seine, which of course had pollution problems earlier in the week, and they're in there for a long time doing a 10K. Pretty amazing. Half of it's going against the current and the pace crawls. That's tough. Next Olympics are in LA. I don't know. Wonder if I have any friends here who know the marathon swim events. I know there's a ton of them around LA that are already preset courses, right? Like the, obviously the famous English Channel swim. But I know that there's preset, or the Chesapeake Bay swim over here in Maryland. I wonder if there's any preset courses so they wouldn't have to do loops, because that would definitely make it fun to watch too. I know there are some in LA I've heard about. I forget the names of them though. Yeah, one thing though about watching Olympic athletes, their training, while they may be doing the same sports as we do for longevity, they're doing it completely different than we ought to. So one thing I mean about that is, for the Olympic athlete, neither their physique nor their longevity are their primary concern, but rather getting every second, every inch, whatever, out of their sport. Whereas when we train for longevity, I didn't just happen to decide upon the mountain halves and 10Ks that I run because I'm fast at them. In fact, I'm not at all. But rather, they provide for me motivation, the local calendar, something to put on the calendar and work out towards, as well as a good, healthy amount of hard work. Yeah, so if you were to put together a priority for longevity and your exercise, what would go as number one? That's the question of the day. For me, number one is joy. Whatever you're deciding to do, it should be joyful. Number two is having something to train for, because you're not always internally motivated. At least I'm not. And sometimes you need something that is on the calendar. And you're like, well, I gotta make sure I'm getting out, doing these exercises, or I'm not gonna be able to do well against my own self. So those are my two thoughts. Now, I love watching professional athletes perform in their sport as much as anybody else, maybe even more than some. But yeah, the goals for exercise, for health and longevity, fitness, they're necessarily different. Anyway, enjoy the Olympics. And it's odd that neither mountain running nor cross-country running are in the Olympics, despite being pretty popular sports. I mean, there are others like cricket and such that are very popular and not in the Olympics. But yeah, mountain running would be particularly interesting or some type of extended cross country where each country could show off one of its local mountain races. However, if they standardized it like the marathon swim, where it's just going loops around a city, river, it would lose its interest, right? Maybe.